Hey, this is Chris, the Environmental Maniac. And in the first segment I talked about all kinds of things, and one of the things I said I was going to get back to was the recycling program that I created 15 years ago. But the other one I left off on way down here was compact fluorescent lights. And I got to spend just a minute to say, hey, they're a no-brainer. They save so much energy, they work so incredible, there's so many great designs that everyone ought to consider using them. They also ought to know what the warning is. That little light bulb contains 75 times more mercury than a serving of fresh tuna. And no, you're not going to eat it, but 30% of that mercury is atomized. You can inhale it. So what's the warning that goes along with that? Let me start off by saying that I believe that it is environmentally irresponsible to promote or distribute a product that becomes a biohazard without notifying the consumer of the hazard and what to do about it. So let's start off with the EPA.gov/CFL cleanup. And let me summarize that for you. Here's what the EPA says. If you break a compact fluorescent light, open the window, leave the room for 15 minutes. Do not vacuum it up, do not sweep it up, do not touch it with your bare hands. Wipe it up with a wet paper towel, put that in a sealed plastic bag, put that in a second sealed plastic bag, and dispose of properly. Now the worry is not for you and me. Look at our body mass and size. Mercury is a neurotoxin. The concern is for pregnant women and small children. Pregnant women because the mercury goes straight through the placenta and amplifies in the fetus where it's absolutely evil. Small children down lower, higher risk, neurotoxin. But if you pay attention, come on, it's simple. If you're pregnant and you break one, just walk out of the room, ask someone else to take care of it. It's a no-brainer. It's easy. These things are too wonderful. I don't know why people are afraid to say how to use them properly. And mercury, oh my God, it's mercury, it's mercury. Let me tell you that the U.S. coal power plants emit 50 tons of mercury a year. Oh my God. And the third world gold processing industry emits 1,000 tons of mercury processing gold. And 80% of that gold can be used for jewelry. So, you know, if you want to get serious about mercury, get rid of gold jewelry first. But hey, let me get into this because otherwise we're going to run out of time. This is the recycling program. Hey, I know that Dick Cheney said that, you know, conservation recycling isn't going to get us out of our problems, and he's right, but please don't think that it's not a part of the solution. 15 years ago, it started with some cardboard recycling. Understand, I was the maintenance man on 241 condominiums, and it made good business sense if I could divert half the garbage to recycling, I'd save half on the garbage bill. That was a $25,000 a year savings, so we started off with cardboard. And here it is, September 1st, 1993. And Waste Management had a robot tell the kids about recycling. If you're going to be serious about a recycling program, it's got to be tailored towards the kids. Families produce more garbage than singles. Duh. Figure this stuff out. And an incredible lady named Kelly Keogh came with this recycler robot. Cycler, the recycler robot, even came with cartoons that they could all color. And so we got some momentum and got it started. And then I finished the design of what the recycling centers looked like. We went from 9 garbage areas to 9 recycling areas. We went from 9 areas that had 2 3-yard dumpsters to 9 areas that had a 3-yard for garbage, a 3-yard that was multi-bin. Man, that was sweet. Glass, paper, and plastic, everything separated, kept it clean in the sanitation landfill, you know, in the recycle chain. And then we had a 3-yarder for cardboard, and then we were the first complex in California to have green waste for the residents. And there were 2 configurations because one size did not fit all. And then I created a newspaper. Here it is. The Garbage Bin News, #1. It's a 3-page, had information on it, had the history of it, some, you know, how to do things, a little bit of advertisement about it. It had the numbers. All of this is on the environmentalmaniac.com website, so you can go look at it yourself and see what the details are. And there's the 3-step phase in, 3-phase phase in plan for implementing, because you can't create that much change on somebody without causing pain. So we phased it all in, and it ended up working incredibly well. Now part of it was, well, here's incredibly well. See, there's a letter to one of the management companies, because I went through 3 of them during this time. And in 1994, won the RAP Award, Waste Reduction Award Program, State of California. That was kind of fun. And what I did, though, is to keep Garbage Bin News, different colors, different messages, humorous, got to keep them fun. Every 6 weeks on the garbage enclosures, something new, something different, so people would just keep it in front of their mind all the time. And there I am. It took so much passion, please understand. I got fired twice for doing this because it wasn't in my job description. And they decided to keep me on because I didn't back down. I did all of this on my time, my dollar. But somehow the change and lack of control, hey, managers are managers, leaders are leaders. And so I fought my way back through and did it, but the amount of passion even got me labeled. Let's see if we can get in here close enough. Let's see, the Recycle Maniac, there it is. I got labeled the Recycle Maniac by Waste Management spokeswoman, because man, the amount of passion I took was extensive. And there's more details on the website. If you want to go have fun, you can read that stuff. And so then it was 2000 when I entered the RAP program again. I didn't care about awards. I cared about seeing where second place was, and it was abysmal. 25% diversion, whoopee ding. Trust me, there's a big difference between 25% diversion and 50% diversion. I tried to get help from the government. You know, here we go. And this is to the United States Senate. And Dianne Feinstein, I'm still a fan of Dianne Feinstein. And this, unfortunately, didn't make it to her. Made it to somebody down below her, and they just didn't understand what was going on. Of course, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Maybe now they'd have a different view on it. We stayed in the newspaper all we could, and every newspaper article that you read, I give credit to a waste management driver named Jesus Lopez, because he's the one that really showed me how to do all this stuff, and all of this on the website. Check it out. This is not on the website. Here you go, recycling for the multi-family complex. That's 14 years ago. People didn't want to listen then, maybe they do now. But the bottom line on it is, here's what one person can do if you're willing to lose your job a couple of times, fight City Hall, fight bureaucracy, fight everything else that's in your way. And the end result is that complex has now saved $350,000 on garbage, recycled enough newspaper and cardboard to save 50,000 trees. That isn't too bad for getting things done. So, man, let's get excited. We all can make a difference. Next up, got to find it. 1 quadrillion BTU project. That's where my heart is right now. That's where the excitement is right now. I can save the equivalent of 17 million barrels of oil a year with my dual plane addict concept. I'm going to give it some dedicated time, so look for it. It'll be here soon.